Peace, reflections, please God. I'm back with another video. I just want to talk about divine femininity, divine masculinity. In my personal opinion, especially in the African American community, in the melanated community, in a melanated society, it's been years and years and years, decades and decades of not having the correct tools of a home, not having the correct tools in the home. As we know, a child is made from a woman and a man. When you have a child, the woman gives 23 chromosomes and the man gives 23 chromosomes. That makes up the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And a lot of the times we come from homes where there isn't divine femininity, there isn't divine masculinity. Because if there was, a lot of black men would not only know themselves, but a lot of black men would be getting the respect that they deserve. A lot of black men wouldn't be treated the way that they're being treated. A lot of black women would be respected a lot more. And a lot of black women would be appreciated a lot more if we had this practice within the home, if we had divine masculinity, and if we had divine femininity in the home, if we practiced those things, if the mother practiced divine femininity, if the father practiced divine masculinity. Most of our problems when it comes to women being treated the way that they get treated, abandoned, we have a lot of masculine females because they have to become providers and protectors. We switch roles here. And within a home, it is so important for the mother to bring divine femininity, because when a woman brings divine femininity in the home, she nourishes her home, she nourishes her children, she nourishes her man, her king. A divine woman knows how to coexist with a man. And when it comes to coexisting with a man, it means adding on, because we bring certain energies to the table. We are not supposed to be equals. We are supposed to bring our energy, our divine natural energy. As a woman, femininity is naturally within us, and we bring that to the man so the man can have femininity, and the man brings masculinity onto the woman, and that's how we balance each other out. Because all women isn't just pure femininity. No, we need each other in order to become one, in order to be balanced. Literally. A lot of men come from very masculine females that creates them to be a certain way and allows them to deal with things that they shouldn't deal with. My heart actually cries out for the black man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for the simple fact that I know for a fact that my black man is not heard. And the simple fact that I know my sisters, the women fail to listen to our man. We must listen, because one, man is based on logic, not subjectivity. So it's important when a man speaks. It's important when a man expresses himself. It matters. And also, my women, my baby girls, we've been abandoned. You had to do what these men were supposed to do. But we cannot blame each other for that, because you know why? It's not each other, it's us. Individually as people, we must look at how much we were stripped from knowledge of self. Most women was not able to become grown women. Those women now are like, Most little girls wasn't able to become grown women, and most little boys wasn't able to become grown men in the melanin community, for the simple fact that our tools was taken away from us. Our masculine energy was corrupted. Our femininity was corrupt. It was tainted with false information. And we must look at this. A woman should know her place. A man should know his place. And when I say place, I mean role in life. At the end of the day, we're all consciousness. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. But at the end of the day, when you portal into this physical reality, and your reality is that you're giving the organ of being a female or giving the organ of being a male, understand that biologically our mental, our brain, our consciousness is set up completely different. I feel like in this day and age, we want to be seen as equal so damn bad, when that is completely false. How can you have two different things comparing to be the same? A man is not a woman, and a woman is not a man. I do not want a man to treat me like a man. I want a man to treat me like a woman. And I want to treat a man like a man and not treat a man like a woman. And this is what I mean when I say our roles have switched. A lot of females, I hear and I see things within the women these days, and I'm like, wow. I understand why the men act the way that they act, because they're dealing with niggas. These females are niggas now. They're dealing with niggas. I'm like, if I was a man, I wouldn't be attracted to a woman not knowing what she can do for me, you know? And it's important to know, like, our roles as like a woman. Like, me as a woman, I bring this to the table. Just because I'm a woman, you can't do that. You can't do that as a man. You can't provide that for yourself. You can't understand, when you allow a man to be a man, he allows you to be a woman. And when a man allows a woman to be a woman, he allows himself to be a man. I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. When a man allows a woman to be a woman, she is full on. That is our nature. That's what we're comfortable at. That's our element. And it's important to practice these things. If you like to go back and forth with your man, as a divine woman, I feel like I said, men don't express themselves. They're based on logic. They're very simple. So when a man opens up and he's expressing himself as a divine woman, I should know that it is important for me to hear what this man is saying, you know? And then as for men, when a woman is in her element, you have to understand that we're made out of emotions and expressions. And if we tend to naturally just be moody, emotional, or triggered, or chaotic, the women energy is very chaotic. It's a man's place to acknowledge that and to understand where a woman's coming from. Because a lot of the times, we are abandoned when it comes to just that in general. Soon as we project the chaotic energy that's naturally within us, we have no support. We have nothing that we can depend on. As a man, if you're a real divine man, you are able to deal with a woman, period. Because that is what women is. Women is emotional expressors. They're fucking creatures of a bunch of emotions and fucking hormones. Understand? And we feel. That's how we're wired. But with men, They're logic. I mean, and the energies could be both ways. You know, it's not always, I'm not permanently putting anything on anything, but I do know the natural state of a man and a woman. I know for a fact, it's a scientific fact that our brains chemically are different. We literally have different chemical balances within our brains. And most of that comes from, for one, females in general. Like, we deal, like, if you was to do the research, like, we're more prone to anxiety, depressions based on our hormones, based on our genetic hormones. Literally, our hormones is always fucking chaotic. And this is why I say the female energy is very chaotic, and we need men to balance us. We need men to be our anchors. We need men to be our leaders, because at the end of the day, a woman can get molded into anything, because we are emotional, and we are the expression of the world. We're the action of the world. And if we don't have that protection, that if we can't depend on our man, then you're going to get chaotic shit. This is why most of the world is how it is. Because our women have been abandoned with that chaotic energy. Understand me? I feel like I'm all over the place. This is just a slight build. You know, I'm not really pinpointing anything specifically. I'm just putting out the energy out there, you know. Let's practice the divine femininity and divine masculinity. Let's look into those things. I'm not a man, so I don't want to get too much into what a divine masculinity is. But it is plenty of references out there. There's plenty of information out there. I encourage all my black men. I encourage all my black women. Actually, Shiraz Ali, I don't know how to say her name. I'll put the link in the bio or something. It's called, she has a book about the black man and the black woman. And I encourage everybody to listen to this woman. She is very knowledgeable. She has a lot of knowledge herself, especially when it comes to being a divine female. If we was to practice this within the home, our children will have that balance of masculine energy and feminine energy. We will have that balance. If we came from homes where a father knew his woman, and this woman knew her man. If we knew our roles as male and female, there would be a balance. A home is supposed to be the sanctuary. A home is supposed to be your kingdom. It's supposed to be your safe haven. Understand that most of us come from broken homes, or we don't feel safe, or where we're not safe, literally. Energy-wise, you know, and that's where we come from, so we must look at this, you know? A lot of women must put their ego aside, understand that the way of living that we've been living in the United States is not natural for our being, and this is why we're so hurt. This is why we're so masculine. This is why we're so strong. A woman shouldn't crave or want or to even idolize what being strong is. That's not your place. You should be soft. This is why you hear subconsciously right now, we're in the soft girl era. You're a woman. Be in your divine femininity so you can be soft. Allow yourself to be a woman. A woman shouldn't be worrying about strength. Her strength comes from a man. All that we do literally comes from a man. From what we speak, what we do, everything. A lot of women will feel some type of way about that, but it's true. It's true. So put your ego away. Allow yourself to be a woman. Because at the end of the day, that tough guy with that masculinity that a woman has within her only shows what she essentially needs. You know? Because I'm a woman. And I come from a long line of women that couldn't depend on man, that didn't have a provider or a protector for them. And I seen the reaction. I seen the causes and the effects that it had on multiple women. I come from mostly females, aunties. I don't have uncles, like, you know? And the masculine energy, it's okay, we all have this within us, but we must know how to use that. If we're using our masculinity to take away from the black man, in my eyes, as me being a divine woman, that is absolutely, that's a disgrace to me. We turn our black men into the court, into the system. We call the police. We put our fathers on child support. Even with our men. Sorry, talk about the women so much, because I'm a woman, I can only give my perspective and let my sisters know what's going on. But even with the man, you guys are simple in logic, but it seems like you guys don't use your logic. You guys don't use your logic. Because if you did, you would choose to understand. And when you choose to understand, you will choose to see why a woman is being and acting the way that she's acting. Women aren't just doing these fucking things. There's reasons behind it. Why is this bitch trying to put me under the jail? Understand the hurt, where it comes from. Well, what did I do? What did I do? Because at the end of the day, women, you can mold a woman. Black man, let me tell you, you can mold a woman. You can turn a woman into whatever you want to turn her into. That's facts. I'm sorry. It's fact. Women ain't gonna like to hear this, but internally they know it's facts. If you have that, if you have, first of all, masculinity, that's just the power masculinity have on femininity. It's a natural thing that we have. Once you can coerce feminine energy with masculine energy, you can also coerce masculine energy with feminine energy. Now, if we was to learn these things and to know the power within our femininity and masculinity, with black men, you can mold your woman into whatever you want. And lately, what y'all been doing, y'all been molding these black women into providers and protectors, into y'all been molding these women to think for themselves, to be for themselves. As soon as you allow a woman to, I'm not your protector, I'm not your provider, a woman gonna take that and exude that and provide and protect herself to the most chaotic state. You asked for it, black man. And we must take responsibility. If you abandon a woman, what else do you think she's gonna do? She's gonna make something out of that. And the hurt is gonna turn into something even more exalted. And this is what we have on an everyday basis, guys. This is why we see what we see within our families, within our friends, within our peers. Divine femininity, divine masculinity. Understand, when you apply that into your life and you practice divine femininity, divine masculinity, you would not enter certain frequencies. Baby mama drama does not exist within being a divine woman. Understand, I know my place. Understand that man knows his role as a man. Most men aren't truthful. How are you? Divine femininity, you must be truthful. Most men can't be honest with a woman. Understand, if you can mold us into whatever you want to be. If you was to tell us the truth, we have nothing but to accept the truth. We have no other else choice but to accept the truth. Honesty. Why are black men feeling like they gotta hide? They gotta lie. Black man, you must be honest. Be honest. Black woman, we must we wasn't not provided with providers and were protectors. Yes, we had to learn to provide and protect our own. But we also have to apply knowledge of self. And Ma, you gotta know your natural being is to be expressive. And that comes with emotions. And when you have emotions, you tend to feel everything around you. And understand, it is very, very, very important for you to actually analyze and pay attention to the man that's around you. If a man isn't making you feel safe, if a man isn't providing you and making you feel like a woman, then it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to love on yourself. Most women should be loving on themselves and attracting men that's willing to provide, that's really willing to protect. Because once you're to yourself, us women tend on attracting men. And there we have the option whether to know whether this man makes me feel like a woman or this man literally just is another person. I can do bad all by myself. It's an energy type of thing. And I feel like I can get more into detail with that, but this video is pretty long. I don't want to talk all day. That was just a little small brief build on the masculine, feminine energy. Those are my thoughts. That is my perception. Peace to the gods. I love myself.